Chapter 2. The Rise of the English East India Company. In search of sea routes towards the east, several European powers like
the Europeans, Indian spices, silk, textile, indigo and saltpetre for making gunpowder were very much in demand in Europe. During the medieval period, Arab traders controlled the strait through sea route. But when conflict and war started between the Turks and the Europeans, this trade was disrupted. In order to get the Indian goods, which were much in demand in Europe, the Western traders decided to find new sea routes to India. The first European traders to discover a new sea route to India were the Portuguese. They were followed by the Dutch, the English, and finally the French. All of them formed trading companies. Their primary aim was to capture the profit-raising markets of Asia.
like the French, Dutch.
The French too tried to enter the competition for trade in India. They set up their factories in Pondicherry, Puducherry, Madras, Chennai and Chandernagore in Bengal. The French had to confront and compete the British. This resulted in the Carnatic Wars, in which the French were finally defeated.
Dutch and the Dutch. The Dutch were the next to reach India in 1595, and the Dutch East India Company was formed after few years. The Dutch started controlling the spice trade in Indonesia. The Dutch also started establishing trading factories in Masulipatam, Calicut and Surat. Later, their chief trading center shifted to Nagapatnam. However, the Dutch dominance collapsed with their defeat in the hands of the English. And Portuguese. The Portuguese were the first to establish political power along the west coast of India. They conquered Goa and made it the center of their commercial and political power in India, which they controlled for nearly 4.5 centuries. These started sea voyages. They naturally became rivals of each other. In this struggle for power, Britain emerged victorious and transformed itself from a trading company to an imperialist nation that ruled India for nearly 200 years. The English East India Company was formed in 1600 with a charter from Queen Elizabeth I, granting the sole right to carry trade in the East. Reasons for the success of the British. British naval supremacy, financial stability, capable leadership, freedom from government control and interference. The conquest of Bengal, the Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar.
British naval supremacy. Due to their supremacy over the seas, the British ensured an uninterrupted supply of arms and resources from England. Moreover, their supplies landed directly at the naval base in Mumbai. Financial stability. The British Company was financially much stronger than the French. The captivity of the rich and prosperous province of Bengal became an additional source of wealth for the British. Capable leadership. The English were led by capable officers like Robert Clive, whereas the elimination of Dupleix became prime cause of loss for the French.
Freedom from government control and interference. The English East India Company had a trade monopoly and functioned independently. It was free from government control. The French Company, on the other hand, was dependent on the French government for loans and financial help. During struggle with the French, the English learned that there is no unity among the Indian rulers and they could easily take advantage of their mutual quarrels to increase their power. The conquest of Bengal. The Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar had permitted the British to trade in Bengal without paying any custom duty. This led to an enormous loss of revenue for the Nawabs of Bengal. The Battle of Plassey, 1757. The clash between the British and the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dowlah, began when the Nawab, furious at the British for their gross misuse of power, attacked the English factory at Qasim Bazar, captured the company officials and blocked English ships. Then the Nawab marched to Calcutta and captured the company's Fort William. The first open war between the British and the Nawab of Bengal took place at Plassey in 1757. In this battle, Siraj-ud-Dowlah was defeated and killed. One of the major causes of this defeat was the treachery within Nawab's army. Mir Zafar, one of the important commanders, had secretly joined hands with the British as they had promised to make him Nawab after crushing Siraj-ud-Dowlah.
Battle of Buxar, 1764.
When Mir Zafar could not meet the ever-growing demands of the company, he was deposed and replaced by Mir Kazim as the Nawab of Bengal. But Mir Kazim refused to be a puppet ruler. In the Battle of
Buxar,
fought between the British and the Mir Kazim, the latter formed an alliance with the Nawab of Awadh, Shauja-ud-Dowlah, and Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. Their combined army met the British forces at the Battle of
Buxar
in 1764, where the English defeated them. From the Nawab of Bengal, the British got the right of Diwani, or the right to collect the land revenue of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa.